Finding the right technology partner to take your custom application from idea to reality can seem daunting. What's the process like? To whom will you be talking? What information do you need? How can you prepare? We'll answer these questions and more, but first let me say congratulations. If you're watching this video, odds are you have a great custom application idea and the determination to pursue it. With every journey beginning with the first step, you've already started down the road to reaching your goal. Your next step will be to schedule a free assessment with Swan Software Solutions. If you're ready to take this step, head over to our website at swansoftwaresolutions.com, click on Contact Us under the More menu, and fill out the information. We'll get back to you to set up a free discovery call. So what might that discovery call look like? Well, watch on and find out what it is, why we do it, and what questions you might be asked. In short, the SWAN assessment is the way that we can both determine what the project is, what the needs are, and if we can work together to accomplish the project's goals. SWAN provides a free discovery process, but unlike an intrepid explorer looking for a lost city in the jungle, our discovery process can be done from the comfort of one's home, car, or indeed the jungle if you have good enough reception. The discovery call is just that. A call where you will speak with a SWAN team, including developers and a project manager. While some of our clients have entered that meeting with a 50-page binder, others have had nothing more than an idea scrawled onto a napkin. Whether you're the color-coded concept type or the I hope this napkin is clean enough to write on type, the discovery call will look the same. Since we develop innovative applications from scratch and upgrade or improve current applications, one of the first things we will determine is if the application is brand new or a remodel. And much like with houses, some remodels will reuse existing coding and others will be taken down to the proverbial studs in order to make certain that the completed application functions correctly. Questions you will be asked might include: where will your software be based? Web or mobile? Or maybe you want both. Do you have a list of requirements? Do you have any wireframes? Who will be the product owner for the client? This person will be responsible for making important decisions along the way. What technologies or languages will need to be used? With a wide array of coding languages, platforms, and frameworks, deciding on the right one can be difficult. Maybe you need Java, or maybe you don't know what you need. Our SWAN team will help you by suggesting the right technology stack for your project. What will the application do? Are you planning to sell your art? If so, you need the ability to accept payments. Perhaps your main goal is to collect data or show locations on a map. By telling the developers what you need the application to do, they can better create the software with the exact capabilities you need. Who will use the application? Is the software to help with your business administration, assist your employees in better serving clients, or even designed for the use of your customers? What information will be available to whom? You don't want customers to be able to access your payroll. What information will you, as the user, enter? Perhaps you'll need to enter the price of that gorgeous dress you designed, or maybe you own a food truck and want to be able to update your location as you move around. Whatever your goal is, the developers will need to know what information you will enter so they can provide an easy way for you to do so. What reports will be generated? As with any business, reports help enable a company to run better. Will you need reports of the number of products ordered? Perhaps you need to know how many customers you have. Whatever data you need in the reports, the developer will need to know so that they can be generated. What information will be displayed on each page? How will users navigate between pages? What options will be available? Where will the main menu be on a page? Maybe you want a simple website with an easy-to-use and clean interface. Or maybe the amount of information necessitates a more complicated interface to fulfill necessary capabilities. What will the settings be? Where will they be located? Does the software need to integrate with email, Google Sheets, or another system or service? Perhaps your business model requires the ability to easily cross-post your sales listings onto social media. What database will the software use? Who will manage the final application? What features or functions are most important to be developed first? You might want the ability to allow customers to custom design pottery at some point, but for now, you just need a website up as soon as possible. Although some of these questions might seem overwhelming, Swan's team has a wide variety of skills, including back-end developers, front-end developers, and UI/UX designers. So if you don't know if you want a button 2 or 3 inches from the right side of the screen, our team is happy to help with suggestions. We'll also ask follow-up questions or further questions to clarify exactly what it is you want, so we can make sure that the custom application created not only meets your goals, but exceeds your expectations. And depending on the development that you need, some of these questions might already be answered or not apply to your specific task. Maybe you already have an application, but it needs an upgrade or a facelift. If that's the case, our team will ask for more information on it, if you can provide us with access, and what you like or dislike about it. What do you want to change? What do you want to remain the same? Now that you have a pretty good idea of what the process looks like, let's go through it with Bob. Bob wants to create an app that matches dogs with owners based on their looks, because nothing says love like your pup looking like you in dog form. Bob calls it the You Look Like a Dog app. Bob goes into the assessment meeting. He has decided that the app should be available on mobile only. He will be the product owner, and he wants the app created with JavaScript. Bob needs the application to have location abilities and be able to collect data, including photos. Bob wants the application to be easy to use, since clients will directly interact with it. Bob wants to be able to upload addresses of animal adoption events, so subscribers can come and meet their canine lookalikes. Bob will need reports on how many successful adoptions he has facilitated, as well as the revenue generated. He needs to be able to access photos of users and pooches and feed them into an algorithm that determines similarities in the features across species. He also needs the application to be able to interact with mobile cameras. Bob wants each user to be able to access their profile along with pooch profiles of dogs that an algorithm has determined bear some resemblance to them. He also wants a special page of success stories with photos of adopted pets and their new families. He doesn't need a lot of other navigational abilities on the pages. And he'd like a red and yellow theme with a bone instead of a mouse icon. As Bob goes over what he wants, the Swan team would ask clarifying questions and continue to assess what Bob's needs, requirements, and goals are. This will enable the team to create and present a proposal to Bob, but that's another step in the process. This would be a typical discovery call if Bob was creating a brand new app. But what if Bob already has the You Look Like a Dog app up and running, and now he wants to expand to include You Look Like a Cat features? Swan's assessment would include a discovery of what Bob likes about his current app or what he needs changed. Perhaps the algorithm for facial recognition between species will need to be altered. Swan's developers would ask questions that would enable them to understand the current software and determine what would be needed to alter it in the way that Bob needs. No matter what your goal is, going into the discovery meeting doesn't need to be overwhelming. With many years of experience and hundreds of clients, Swan is skilled at helping clients reach their goals. So pull out those color-coded binders or dust off that napkin and call us to schedule a free assessment to discover how you can take your idea and make it a reality. To schedule a free assessment or find out more information, visit swansoftwaresolutions.com.